Mr. Michael Griffiths. What's going on?
What are you saying, Diren?
Did I?
You actually said it right, yeah.
You know,
Griffiths.
So basically, for you guys listening, Michael's at IFS, and when I called him on stage, I said his name wrong by accident, and he came on stage. I think there was like 300-400 people sitting down. They're like, Diren, come on, say my name right. I was like, oh shit, what did I do? I felt so bad, man, because people get my name wrong all the time as well. But you can tell when it's genuinely wrong or someone's being a dick. Did you think I was being a dick?
Nah, not at all. I was just like, come on.
Yeah, it was good banter.
Yeah.
It was good banter. How'd you find that, IFS? Did you have fun?
I had fun at IFS. You know what? I've been meaning to go to that for a while. Like, I've seen it pop up every now and again. And I asked you about it because you've seen that you were going. And I was like, why does this keep popping up? But I don't know anything about it. Like, link me to this.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a good event. It was nice seeing you. It was actually more so then. I was like, when I heard you talk, I was like, I want this guy on the podcast because most people recognize you from Love Island, but I didn't see that on stage. I saw like a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't really know much about your background when it comes to that. So today, I kind of want to get into a bit of that and also just kind of chat some shit, but some valuable shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
no
where you come from today?
So I've come from Essex today. I live in Essex now.
Sorry about that.
What do you mean? Sorry about that. Hey, countryside is nice. It's nice and quiet. Our neighbours are lovely. Obviously, I live with the boys. It's peaceful, man.
Who are the boys that you live with? I know I've seen, lockdown, I've seen like some videos you boys have made, and I know they're boys that you've met through on Love Island, and those videos are unreal. Unreal. So who do you live with and whereabouts?
So there's me, Jordan, Danny and Chris. We all live in Chigwell. So obviously we met on Love Island, and straight away when we come out, it was like me, Jordan and Chris moved in, and we moved into Islington first. We was living right by Shoreditch Park.
Nice.
That was a bit mad because when we was there, it was fine at the start, but then once lockdown happened, we couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't go out anywhere. We was just sitting in the house, and it wasn't really a big place. The one in Islington, like, you're paying a lot of money to sit in like a small flat.
Angel Islington is like that, man.
Yeah, it's mad. I was like, why are we paying so much money for like basically like 4 rooms?
Yeah.
I was like, it's weird. But there was a lot of good people around there. It was just like really busy. I don't think I drove my car for like a year.
Yeah.
It was just sitting outside collecting
also,
dust.
like guys like us, the stuff what we do online and with your job being so like all over the place, you don't necessarily have to be somewhere that busy. It's almost, do you want that life kind of where you live chill?
Yeah,
so you can be in and out?
I want to be like, when I moved down here, I didn't think where we moved to would be too busy, but it was really busy. It was basically central.
Yeah.
We were like 3 stops from
actually
being a central.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we were like, right, we'll move out or we'll move somewhere a bit quieter. And Essex was just like, it's just the right choice. I feel like moving to Essex is a lot like being back in Liverpool. The people are very similar. Like, they've got that Scouse mentality.
Yeah.
And like, people always say, oh, people from Essex and people from Liverpool are very similar. So when I moved there, I was like, I could see it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like it here. It's nice in the countryside. It's like, got little fields around us. And obviously Jordan's got the dog as well. So she's running around causing havoc in the house.
What dog's he got?
He's got an XL bully.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she's big.
Wicked.
She's big.
And you were raised in Liverpool?
Born and raised in Liverpool.
And then you came to London when? Because you did mention before we came in here that you've lived around here.
Yeah, so I came to London. I probably came to London for like a year. Maybe 2017 to 2018. No, that's a lie. It's not. It was earlier than that. It was way earlier than that.
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Turned 30. Yeah,
okay.
Man. 30. Yeah. People say your life starts at 30, and you know what? I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah. But no, I moved to London for a year, probably 5 years ago. And I was living around here, Parsons Green. Like, well, yeah, right around here. Probably around the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice. But again, around here, I just didn't really feel at home. So I moved back up north, and then carried on uni, doing all stuff like that, working, and now I'm here.
And when you were here, like, what were you doing for work?
I was back and forth between, so I was working in like bars and stuff. Like
Okay.
I was a bartender for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way.
Man can make up a drink.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my days. Please tell me you've made a vlog or something about that.
I've not actually made a vlog about it.
Hey, anyone listen, if he does this, it was my idea. Maybe you can teach me how to make a drink.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to make a few drinks, yeah.
So were you working at bars around London or just wherever north as well?
I was back and forth between Liverpool and London, but I was doing like disco shifts in London, just in a few bars that people had been like, oh yeah, they need bartenders there. So I'd go do one shift here, one shift there. But I still had a bar job in Liverpool that I worked 4 days a week. So I'd do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Liverpool and then come to London to do the rest.
Were they making you take your shirt off at these bars?
Do you know what? I only took my shirt off once. And it was because someone was like, oh, we'll change tops. And I was like, yeah, that's a bit of a weird request. But I bet one of my mates on the bar that I could get someone to change their top. And I'd basically take his tips that he made that night.
Okay.
And he was like, you're not going to do it, blah, blah, blah. And to be fair, we were having a good night for tips. Like up north, we were having a good night. Like, I think he made about £150.
Bro, that's...
And that was mine. That was all mine. Yeah, I swapped tops. His tips were mine.
I was going to say, because any like kind of bar owner would be like, hey, this guy, we need this guy here. He's going to bring all the girls in. Did you get a lot of attention when you were doing that? Like, were you having fun? Because I feel like jobs like that, like, I've never worked at a bar, but I used to work at JD Sports in Oxford Street. And that was like, I was like 17, 18. I had so much fun.
Bro, working in a bar is so much fun. Like, I don't think people understand just how fun it is. Because as a bartender, you are paid to get pissed. In some bars anyway, like the bars I worked in, the kind of like management structure towards it, like the owners down to the managers, they would encourage you to have a drink with the guests. So it's like guests will buy a few drinks, then when they come back, remember their drink order, give them their order, like give them it for free. And when they first said that to me, I was like, what?
Like keeping them happy?
He was like, it makes them want to come back.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, oh, right, okay. And he's like, and if a guest offers you a drink, take it. I was like, what? I was like, what if they offer me more than one? He was like, take it. So sometimes I'd come into work and start shift and someone's come in, oh, have a beer with me, cool. Boom, first beer down. Before you know it, you're like 10 beers in, 12 shots, and you're pissed.
Do you feel like, you know those sort of jobs, like, probably wouldn't have paid as well, like, per hour to say what you would do now, right? Do you think you need those jobs to be able to appreciate what you really do now?
I think you need those jobs anyway.
Okay.
To have fun in life.
Okay.
Because I still look back at times I've worked in bars and be like, that was probably some of the most fun I've ever had in work. Just because there was no care in the world. Like, I know I had bills and stuff to pay, but when I was in work, I was genuinely having fun. I was with me mates. We was having a laugh on the bar. And like, we was having fun with random people. Like, you get to know so many people's stories just from talking to them over the bar. But to answer your question, yeah.
Would you want, this is random, but would you ever want kids?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So I've got this like worry in life a little bit where I want kids as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always like, in my head, I'm always going to be like, I'm going to be successful. I want to create a good life for my family, my friends, kind of everyone around me. I want to do my best to look after everyone. And I sometimes get the fear of like, when I have a kid, he might end up being a little prick because of, say, where I live or the lifestyle that I've created.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like one of probably our biggest strengths, probably yourself as well, is kind of being raised in an area where you kind of thrive to have that sort of lifestyle, so you work a little bit harder and stuff. Do you ever worry that your kid's not going to want to do the jobs, like the, let's quote, shitty jobs, that they're not going to want to do that and never fully embrace like life and never fully embrace like having a lot of fun? I worry about that sometimes. I'm going to do my best not to make sure like my kid doesn't end up like that, but I do have that fear. Do you ever have that fear?
I mean, I have that fear, but at the same time, I'll raise my kids the way my parents raised me. Like, with a true understanding and the value of money and where it comes from. So it's not just, you can't just be giving it out, and like my kids aren't just going to be like, oh, here's some money, do whatever you want. Like they're going to earn their money.
Yeah.
Like I got my first job when I was 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I was just working in a market.
Oh, sick.
With my dad's mate.
No way.
Selling like phone parts and stuff like that.
No way.
So I'd be in school, and then on the weekends I'd be in the market. Like I didn't really.
So was your dad doing that?
No, my dad worked. My dad worked in a factory, but I was just like, I was like, I want a job, and my dad was like, no, you don't need a job. Like he was like, I've got us, we're fine. I was like, no, but I want a job. I want my money.
Okay, sick.
And he was like, but I'll let you get some allowance and blah blah blah. I was like, no, but I want my money. Like I want to make my own money so I can spend it on what I want. I don't want to have to ask you for money. And I think that's where like my drive for just wanting to be successful came from, because like I didn't stop. I got that job, and then when school broke up, I got a second job, and I was working 2 jobs. And I didn't go out as a kid. Like I didn't go and play in the park and stuff like that. Like I was playing sports, so I was playing basketball.
Really?
Mm.
Can I banter you about that? Or?
You can try.
You're not the tallest guy I know, bro.
I'll still dunk on you.
But I reckon you got springs on you, and I bet you're quick.
I was rapid.
You were rapid, I can tell.
I could jump out the building.
Yeah.
Few people underestimated my jump, you know.
No, you know what? I've got, you might have met my friend at IFS as well, Ali. He played professional football for like 7-8 years in Turkey. And he's small. But boy, the springs on him. Like, he would get headers off guys that are 6'2". Bro, and I'm like, how?
Bro, I was dunking on people that were 6'5".
Really?
Yeah. Because they underestimate you. They don't expect you to do it. And I'd cut through the lane and just take off. And they'd be like, what? And boom.
No way.
Yeah.
I need to see this.
I tried to dunk on my brother. Like, my brother's 6'3". And I said to him, I was like, I'm going to dunk on you one day. And he was like, you'll never get it. And there was one chance that I got it. Like, cut back door, caught it, went up. And I was thinking, I've got him. He was there in front of me. I was like, I've got him. And he just pushed me. And he just went, no. He was like, that was never happening. Literally pushed me, like, in the air.
Is he older or younger?
He's older.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm not letting you have this, you little prick. That's what he's thinking, innit?
I landed on my back, knocked all the wind out of me. He came over, picked me up, and he was like, I told you you're never getting that. I was like, I almost got you though. He was like, yeah, almost is not good enough.
See, what you were saying about like, you've had that drive when you were young and you were working and stuff. I think this is something like a lot of people need to see and hear about, right? Because I feel like as time goes by, all of this stuff, people start to get a little bit softer and a little bit lazier. Maybe because of the way the world is kind of going in the sense of like technology and the way like we're evolving, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that drive you had was like genetic, or is it something that you created at that young age? Is it something that you saw from your family?
I think it's a bit of both. Like, my mum and dad have always been hardworking, but I think it was me seeing them, like, and what they went through in life. Like, I've got 5 siblings. I've got 3 sisters and 2 brothers. So at one point there was 5 of us living in the house. Like, my older brother wasn't, but he still had a room. No one was allowed to go in his room.
Yeah, the older. Yeah.
No one was allowed to go in his room. And it was tough, but I think just seeing them kind of push forward to try and make sure we had everything we ever wanted, even if like times were hard, I could see on their faces that like times were hard, trying to get Christmas presents for 6 kids. Well, I say 6 kids, like me elder brother's like 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Well, 13, something like that. Trying to get presents and stuff and make Christmas still good, even though like you got kids not really understanding that things cost money, and I'm asking for like this PlayStation or whatever, and then like I'm asking for games and stuff like that, and it all comes up. But then my brother's asking for something different. Like, seeing them struggle is just like, I want to be able to give back to them. Yeah. Because they've given to me for a minimum of 18 years. Like, 100%, even when I don't want anything, they're always there. Was like growing up with your family and stuff, I'm assuming were you from like a council estate? Yeah. That sort of same as me. Yeah. And I feel like, you know, when you're raised in those areas and you almost like grow up earlier. Yeah. You know, you actually see like
you kind of feel the stresses and the pressure that your parents have gone through, because obviously I think parents do their best in those situations to not show that to their kids, which is like an amazing skill. But I think as a kid, I think you can always feel like your mum or your dad's bad days.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that creates some level of hunger or something to be like, I want to provide for you one day.
Yeah. I think as you're growing up well, not everybody, but as certain people grow up in those situations, they can see it in their parents, even though the parents hide it. Like, I'm very, I see a lot. I'm very observant. Yeah. So even now, I'm still got that skill. I see everything.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, how'd you see that?" I'm like, honestly, I seen it. And they're like, "But how?" I'm just like, I see everything.
I'm like that as well.
I actually see everything. So like, I learned that from young to kind of be aware of my surroundings, and
you had to from the environment that you were in, because if you didn't, you wouldn't survive. And do you feel like you use that skill now with what you do?
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of my most powerful skills. I'm not going to lie. That social, like,
awareness.
Yeah. Do you think that was hard when you were doing like live TV stuff?
I think,
I've never seen this side of you, innit?
Yeah.
And I want people to see this side of you, because I heard it and I spoke to you, like, because we met in Dubai.
Yeah.
We met in Dubai,
We met in Dubai, yeah.
We were one of those pricks out there during lockdown.
Funnily enough, I was still working.
Oh, were you? Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was just easier for me to work in Dubai.
Oh, okay, that's
freedom
right.
to do so.
Oh, that's right. You were working. You were there for a few months.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you feel that like people would misunderstand you or anything like that?
See, when you're on TV, the first kind of week, you're on TV and you try and not pay attention to things.
Yeah.
But I see everything. So I'm like, right, I need to just relax. But then there's certain situations when things go on and you see things. Like I'll tell people if I've got a problem with them. Yeah. I don't mind that. Like, I don't care if people like me or not.
Yeah.
So I'll be very open about it.
Yeah.
We'll have a discussion, whatever, and we'll get it out there.
Yeah.
And if at the end of the day we don't like each other, then cool.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that with everyone else.
Because other people have different agendas, and what they might say might affect their end goal.
Yeah.
But then actually make you look like a person that you're not, because they're not responding the way they usually would. Right?
Yeah.
This is me just making this scenario without knowing anything, because I knew you were on TV, but I never paid attention to.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. I never paid attention to any of that. But when you're so observant, and when you see everything, it's such a great skill. It can also be a problem, because I've even noticed this when like dating girls and all of this stuff, and sometimes like you can understand. Maybe I'm wrong. You put yourself in their position to why they've said that, right? And I think into this stuff. Did they say this for this reason? Are they saying this? Maybe they're hiding something. Are they saying this just to say it so I like them? And I feel like I can read that very well.
Yeah.
So when I'm very honest about my opinion, I'm like, well, you didn't know that. You just said that. It can maybe sometimes make me look like a prick.
Yeah, it does. Do you know what? The only thing I had to be aware of when I was when I was doing all that was like, I wanted to try and remain respectful.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes it's hard, because sometimes people just like keep pushing, and then you don't know what's going to be shown. And that's the worst thing about it, because you can keep your cool about everything, and then the one thing that pushes you a little bit too far, that's what they show.
It's not like you editing a video that you post on Instagram.
Yeah, it's not like that. So like, you can be chill the whole time, be really respectful, then have one issue that they don't show the full side to. They don't show the other party. They just show you.
Yeah. So like,
and it makes you look like the villain. So I was like, you know what, cool, I'll take that. But the thing is, I've got like, because I grew up quite young and I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I'm quite strong mentally anyway.
Yeah.
So
I can handle it.
I can deal with all what people were saying. I was just like, I'm not really bothered. You don't know me. So
yeah,
it's not going to change who I am. Like, my friends and family still know me. So I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like the most important thing.
Mm.
And that's why, do you ever find it weird that like, do you ever hide people from your socials that you care about?
Yeah.
I do the same.
All the time.
And sometimes people they misunderstand me for it. They think I'm hiding something, or they think I'm being a prick or whatever. But when really, I don't think everyone's mentally, they might not be able to be as strong-headed as you when someone throws an opinion.
Yeah.
Right? An example of this, like the other day, someone was chatting shit to me on a post, right? Some coach said something, and I was chatting to my videographer who was with me. She got upset. So she comments back. I'm like, why are you commenting back? Like, as in, she gets defensive from her, like, her best friend. Yeah. I'm like, you don't need to do that. And that's how you know, like, not everyone's kind of mentally can handle that.
Yeah.
Or not conditioned to handle that.
Yeah,
so
it just depends on how they were brought up and stuff like that.
So do you keep people away, like your very private stuff, away from your socials to protect it, or no?
Yeah, 100%. So like, if I'm dating, nobody will know I'm dating.
Yeah, same.
Like, you don't need to know that. Like, I keep that way away from socials.
Yeah,
that's my private life.
Yeah,
no one needs to know I'm dating. I don't need it to be everywhere and all over socials or impress or anything. Like, I don't really care.
Because with you, it would be, wouldn't it?
It'd probably make press, and I don't really need it to.
Yeah,
I like my private life.
Because it's not important.
It's not important for other people to know who I'm dating. Like, if I want to go for dinner with someone, I want to go for dinner. If I want to go out, then I'm going to go out.
Yeah.
And if you see me and I'm with someone, cool.
Yeah.
But it's just, it is what it is. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be impressed. It's not going to be on my socials. You don't know how long I've been seeing this person. Like, I'm just keeping my life private. Like, I'll show the world what I want to show the world. They get to see what I want them to see. And that's it.
Yeah. And do you think, and I always like, I like this sort of stuff because like you said, you see everything, right? And it's interesting to me. And when I see like couples, and if you are this couple, no offense, and if you do get offended, it's because you're being defensive.
Mm-hmm.
Over posting together.
Oh, yeah.
Over commenting on each other's shit. Yeah. I'm like, you're commenting on each other's shit, saying, love you, boo, all this bullshit. And I'm like, fam, you're sitting next to your girl, cuz. Why don't you just hug her and give her a kiss, man?
Mm.
So to me, that seems fake. And when I feel that or say that, I'm a prick.
Yeah.
And I find it hard because I'm like, I don't think you're happy, bro. You know? I don't think you're happy. Are you happy with the image of what it is? Or are you happy with that person being there?
Mm.
You know? So I really struggle with that.
See, I look at that and I think, do you know what? It's all well and good being cute, like on Insta. If you're posting a lot, fine. If you comment on each other's stuff, fine. But like, it doesn't need to constantly be like, love this, love that, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can just comment something about like what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Like, about like, oh yeah, the fit's fire, whatever, something like that. But it doesn't like, okay, we get it, you're together. I respect it. If you're truly happy, good. I want nothing more than that. Like, if I see couples together, I'm like, yeah, do you know what? I genuinely want you to be happy.
Yeah. But are you?
But are you?
But are you?
But are you?
Are
like,
you happy?
Are you really happy?
Yeah.
Because like, I can be happy with somebody and nobody even knows I'm dating them.
Yeah.
I could be commenting on this stuff and nobody even knows I'm dating them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just generic comments.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm talking about like their fits and whatever. Like,
my one's usually banter. I just give shit.
Yeah, sometimes I give them shit. So, yeah. But then I get shit back on that.
Yeah,
so like, I don't give people shit too much in comment sections because
they fire back.
Like, they're like, yeah, people's come back at me. I like to give shit on my own post though.
Yeah.
Like, if someone gives me shit on my post, I'll give shit back. And the boys are like, why'd you do that? I'm just like, I found it fun. Yeah. I have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Someone wants to call me out on something, but then you're sat there like fucking with your thumb in your ass and your display picture. I'm going to tell you that you got your thumb up your ass.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Do you feel like, you know, when people do that, like with the whole comments thing on each other and blah, 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 do you feel like that's like insecurity from a guy? Or do you reckon You know when like the whole
It could be looked at both ways because girls do it too. I mean, I've seen girls like mark their territory on some guys. Yeah. Yeah. Like guys post a picture. She's been like the first person to comment. Then she's commented again. And then she's commented a few hours later just to make sure her comments are coming up. And it's like, why have you commented 3 times? Like, love you, babe. Da-da-da. Excited for tonight. Whoa.
That scares me.
Text him that you're excited for tonight.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Or tell him you sat next to him.
Exactly. Yeah. That scares me when that happens.
Yeah, I'm just like...
I'm always like, exit, bruv.
Yeah.
I get the fear, bruv.
Control, Alt, delete.
Yeah. Ow. Do you, so when you were growing up, when did you qualify to be a personal trainer? Because if I'm not wrong, are you a firefighter?
I was a firefighter.
Like legit full time?
Full time, yeah. I was whole time and retained. So I did me full 12-hour day and then I'd do a 12-hour night on call.
How long did you do that for?
2 years.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Okay. So were you a personal trainer before that or?
I was a personal So I've been a personal trainer for about 10 years. It'll be 11 like in the next few months.
Oh, sick. And were you training people when you were doing that?
So yeah, my first year or maybe even year and a bit of being a personal trainer, I didn't take any clients. I was just like, I don't want to take any clients. I didn't think I knew enough because I didn't feel like when I'd done my course, I was given enough information.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to have to learn in a gym from other coaches. So I was pretty fortunate to have like 2 coaches in the gym I worked in. I worked in the gym group in Liverpool 1.
Okay.
And there was an ex-Marine. No, not a Marine. Royal Marine Commando. Yeah. Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, just open that, can you?
Sorry. Hashtag not an ad.
And then like an athlete coach as well.
Okay.
His name was Richie. And when I went into the gym, I was just like, I kind of blagged my way into the gym.
Yeah.
But then when I actually got in and I was just like, yeah, cool. I was speaking to them about it and they were like, look, train with us. I'll help you with this. I'll help you with that. I think Richie helped me with me nutrition stuff. And what was his name now? I can't remember his name. But he helped me with the coaching side of things, like interpersonal skills, even though I already had them, but like he just helped me kind of develop them.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot over the like year and a half. And it was just like, right, okay. The whole time, bear in mind, the gym manager's asking me when am I going to take a client.
Okay.
She's like, when are you going to take a client? And then I was just like, yeah, I'm not really ready. Yeah, I've got this on, got that on. And I was like, I'm still working another job, blah, blah, blah. I ain't really got time, making up excuses.
Yeah.
Just doing a lot of that. So I kind of started taking clients like 2 years after becoming a coach.
Okay.
Yeah. And it wasn't until then that I started and I was just in the gym. And then I left one of my other jobs just to be a PT. And it turned from 3 jobs to 2 jobs and then quickly down to 1 job.
Okay. Because you were training. You've always trained and...
Always trained.
Yeah.
I properly started looking at my own training though when I stopped coaching again because I was working 16-hour days in a gym.
Yeah, it's a lot, yeah.
Mate, 16-hour days in a gym, back-to-back clients, and then I'd go home, I'd sleep for 4 hours and be back in the gym to train myself. And I just wasn't really pushing myself as much as I could. And then in 2015, I stepped away from coaching and I started focusing on my own training because I was like, you know what, let me see why I'm not training properly. So I started focusing on my own training. And from then I fell in love with training again. I stopped playing basketball and I was like, I'm in the gym.
It's hard to, when you're focusing on other people and you're focusing on trying to get other people like better, especially when you're so busy as a PT and at that age, you might have not had the like business mind that you do now. So managing your time and everything, you're just thinking about next session.
Yeah.
Another £20 or whatever it was then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're just thinking about that. And then you sacrifice your sleep patterns, your own training. And in essence, a little bit of like your happiness, which is why like with PTs, like it's important that you can balance both and like kind of charge enough, but also ensuring that you're qualified enough and you know well enough to actually help people in that sense. Yeah. So when did you go into training to be a firefighter? And what is that like?
That's quite intense though. So I knew I wanted to join the fire service from when I was like 16. And I tried when I was 16, but it wasn't
What,
allowed.
you can try when you're 16?
They let me try, but they were never going to let me in.
Really?
Yeah. You got to be like 18 above. So didn't let me in. Tried again when I was 18. Didn't let me in. I think I tried again when I was 21. Didn't get in.
Really?
Yeah. But by that point, they knew who I was because I'd tried 3 times.
Oh, sick. They're
So
like, we rate this guy. He keeps
they're like,
coming back.
He keeps coming back. And then when did I try? I'm just trying to think what year it was. I was like, maybe I was 26. It might have been like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Went back, and first thing seen a few of the watch managers and stuff doing the training and the interview stuff, and they recognised me straight away, and they like welcomed me by name. So I was just like, I'm in with a good chance here.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was finishing my uni degree. And
So you went to uni as well?
Yeah, I went to uni as well. Because basically,
we're going to come back to that.
The last time I didn't get it, they told me I didn't have enough life experience, and I'm like, what is enough life experience? I'm telling you, I want to do this job.
Yeah.
But anyway, tried again, got all the way to the interview stage, and at this point, I've been to interview stage 3 times. This is the 3rd time I got there, and I'm thinking, I just need to get past this stage, and I'm in. And I got the email the day before I graduated.
Oh, wow.
The day before I graduated.
That's sick.
And I was like, I don't even want to go to graduation. I was like, I don't even want to go. I was like, I don't care. I was like, I've got in. I'm not even going graduation. I did go.
Yeah.
But I was like, I wasn't bothered at that point. I was like, I know I've graduated, so I don't need to actually go to graduation. I just want to start the fire service like now. But the training, once you start, it's a lot. Like they'll push you.
So do you have to go through the interview phase first for them to then be like, okay, now it's for like your physical?
So no, they do a physical test with you before interview stage. So the physical test is
what's that look like? So what's a physical test?
It's just like general fitness stuff to make sure that you can pass a bleep test.
Yeah. Like you got to get 8 or 10 or
something like that. Yeah, I think it's like 10.
Okay, cool.
Or maybe it's like 10. And then you got to do like a strength test. You got to do a dexterity test.
What's that?
So like you have to assemble a piece of equipment and then disassemble it in a time and put it back
where it was.
Yeah, in a set time. And you're wearing fire gloves. Bear in mind, like you can't really use them. Like once your hands are in them, they're not really made to pick things up and stuff like that. Like you can pick up big objects, but small bits, it's kind of hard.
What was the hardest out of those 3?
I wouldn't even say it was that. It was the close confinement test, like confined space.
Oh shit! Okay.
So they put you in. They call it the rat run.
Okay.
And it's like a cage, basically. You can basically kneel on your hands and knees. You're up in it, and it's touching the back of your head, near enough.
What?
And you have to get through one way. Bear in mind, halfway through it, there's like slots that go down the middle, so you have to turn on your side and get through. You have to get from one end to the other and then back in the pitch black.
Oh.
And then once you get to one end, they put a blank on you. So even if there's a little bit of light coming through a hole, you can't see nothing. And once your sense of like direction's gone, because obviously your eyes will adjust to the dark. Once you've got no vision at all, your heart rate raises and you get even more scared. And if you're worried about confined space, that will tell you that you're scared of confined spaces.
And they will see it.
And they'll see it.
They'll see it.
You need to know not to panic. Because you can be in that situation in a house. Like you can be getting through somewhere and then the ceiling collapse.
Or a relationship.
Yeah. And you've got to crawl.
Yeah.
And they teach you how to like do kit removal in case something like that does happen, and you have to crawl somewhere that you can't get through with your cylinder on your back. You have to take it off. So if you're in a fire, you've got your set on, and you've got to crawl through somewhere, but you can't actually get through, and you need to get through there because you need to get out.
Yeah,
you have to take your set off. You have to crawl through and then pull that through behind you.
Keep in mind, there might not be oxygen at that.
Mm-mm. You're using the air in the cylinder to breathe. So when you take that off, it's still attached to your face.
Yeah.
but you have to crawl through, pull it, and it's difficult.
That's mad.
It's a tough thing.
You know what's mad, right? See that sort of stuff? You know when you get like bodybuilders and all that stuff. I know you do bodybuilding, but like, you know when guys, yeah, you know when you're like, guys think they're strong and guys think they're the man and all that stuff. Like, because you can get an element of ego in the gym when bodybuilders do have that egotistic side, right? We all have an ego. Anyway, that's a different topic. But like, to me, for a man to be able to do that sort of thing, I think is 10 times cooler than having a great physique. You got both. You got both. So like, no wonder the ladies love you, bruv. But like, that must be so mentally like difficult. So after that phase, then it's like a definite yes or no, or...
Well, you do the physical quite early.
Oh, okay, you do the physical early, okay.
Yeah, they got to make sure you're actually able to get in, and then it's just like a couple of other assessments and then the interview. But then once you're in, your training starts.
Okay.
And this is where the real fun is.
Okay.
Because like they put you through, well, up in Liverpool, they put you through water rescue. You got to work with ropes, obviously ladders as well. You got to work with obviously fire. So they've got a big firehouse there.
Like a tower.
Yeah. Well, it's actually like a massive building. It's like basically like a house.
Okay.
But there's more rooms and they can move the walls.
Okay.
So what they'll do is they'll put a fire in one room and then all the heating in there, they'll turn the heating up to the max. And then you'll go in with your set on and they'll just make you walk around the building in the dark. Like, and they'll ask you questions as you're walking around, like based on like your assessment stuff.
Okay.
They'll ask you questions to do with that. Oh, and then they'll ask you some random questions like, what are the two football teams in Liverpool? They'll ask you random questions like that.
Just to see how cool and composed you are.
Because once you get like heat exhaustion, you start answering questions wrong and they want you to know where your limit is. Okay. So they'll push you to that limit. Like they'll make it come about and like you're answering questions wrong and then they're like, right, it's time for you to get out. Take the next exit on your right. So you just got to kind of carry on.
Oh shit.
But you get hot. The second you put like your drippies on, you're sweating. And it's not like you take your clothes off before you put them on. You've got your work pants on, you've got your work t-shirt on, and it's just drippies on, boots on, tunic, flash hood, lid, mask, in.
That's mad. That's crazy.
Yeah, and plus in that firehouse, there's like confined spaces anyway, so you got to crawl. Yeah. They make you do a swim test as well.
Really?
Up in Liverpool, you got to do a swim test. You got to be able to swim 50 meters.
With the gear on? No.
Fully clothed.
Okay.
So when I was confused when they asked us about doing this. So I was going to a public swimming pool, swimming with clothes on, thinking, this is not even that bad. It's not the clothes that you got to worry about. It's because they put you in a dry suit.
Okay.
So that keeps you dry, but it also kind of fills a little bit with air. So your feet, you can't use them when you're swimming. You're basically swimming with just your arms. And they don't tell you that they're going to make you swim in open water. So there's a current. So you think you get in and you're doing your test and you swim 25 meters one way and you think that's easy. And then they turn you around and you swim 25 meters against the current and you just feel it hitting you in the chest. Even though it's not even a heavy current, you're sweating and you're like heavy breathing. But once you do it, you're like, yes.
Well, Lima would never get through that test, would he?
No.
Lima would never get through that test. What? Okay, so got qualified, you got the job, you're doing shifts like, what is it, 3 days on, 4 days off? You said something like that?
So I picked my own shifts.
Okay,
so I was
cool.
doing day crew and retain. So I basically picked, well, it wasn't like I picked them. I put in what I wanted to work. Yeah. And if I could do that, they'd let me do it. So if I wanted to do 5 days in a row, I could do that because we only had to work 15 shifts a month. So I'd usually just do like 3, then like a 2, because then I'd get them done. But you'd work 12-hour day, 8:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night, and then they'd give you a phone. They gave you a phone, and if your phone went off, like your work phone, that meant you had to go back to station.
ASAP.
Yeah, you had to get back to the station as soon as possible because there was a major incident or something like that and they needed more firefighters. So we'd go back. There was only a few times I was called in and had to stay in. But there was one time, and I swear to God, it was a long night that I'd literally just had a long day. It was it was summer like a couple of years ago when it was really hot.
Yeah.
And we were getting loads of grass fires, loads of like building fires, loads like random warehouses were going on fire with like rubbish in.
Yeah.
Kids were obviously lighting them because it was hot and they just wanted to have some fun. So we had a really long day, and the second half he came at night. I was like, right, I'm ready to go home now. Got in the car and I was like, yeah, I'm gone. Drove out the gate onto the road, got through the traffic lights, and my phone went off.
Nah.
I literally just turned around and went straight back to station. And they were like, yeah, they've activated you retained. I was like, okay. He's like, just go and check the appliance again, make sure everything's there. So we're ready to go out if we need to be called. Walk to the appliance, bells went. I had to go straight back out.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone just got straight back on the truck and we were there all night.
This sort of stuff's really fascinating to me because it's not a normal job.
No, it's not.
And it takes a lot to be able to get the job.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of mental strength, physical strength, right? And we actually need you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that first call out like for you? Was it like, were you nervous? Were you confident?
I think you're nervous on every call out. You get a certain amount of nerves on every call. Like you don't know what it is. It could be a false alarm, but it could be a real job. I think in my first week, I think it was my third job, I see my first dead body.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was my first water job, but it was my third actual job.
Really? And what was that like? Was that the first time you experienced something like that?
First time I'd seen a dead body. Like that wasn't someone died and I was at the funeral. It was like, it was a mad experience, but like, when you see it affect some people, I kind of just seen it. And I was just like, to me, it was just like a natural part of life.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I understood. But I could see it affecting some of the other firefighters. And like, they do put on a lot of resources for you. Like if you need to speak to someone, they'll have someone there for you. But I was just like, no, I'm fine.
Okay. And did that happen quite often? Do you see that a lot?
No. Like, I think most firefighters will go through their career and never see a dead body.
Really?
Yeah. Like never see one. It was weird because I remember it was a couple of days before that had happened. I was speaking to a fire who'd been a firefighter for like maybe 15 years. And he was like, he still hadn't seen a dead body.
Really?
We was talking about dead bodies because I was like, oh, what happens like if you see a dead body? He was like, I've been on the job for 15 years. I've never seen a dead body.
Oh, shit.
I was like,
how many call outs would you say you would have had in total of that career you had?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
I don't
loads.
know. Just that hot summer alone was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
It's funny because when, no offense, when someone says like, when they go on TV or whatever, all this stuff, when someone says, oh, they were a firefighter, majority of the time when people say, oh, he's a footballer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a footballer in fucking non-league. Right?
Yeah.
Or he's a singer. Yeah, he went to the first X Factor auditions and didn't make it to the live. Right?
Yeah.
But you were actually a firefighter.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone knows that, bro.
Oh, I think enough people
I didn't know
that,
bro. No, I didn't. Maybe I should have done my research better. But like, that's mad. And I feel like jobs like that, like you must have matured so much after something like that. So then doing like TV and all this other stuff where you would have felt no pressure.
Yeah.
Or did you?
You feel a different kind of pressure, but not straight away. Like, I think it tested me, like, patient-wise.
Okay. Which is the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain situations tested me patience. But I feel like that you can only push to a certain point before you're just like, you know what? No, I need to, when you just need to tell someone to fuck off.
Yeah.
It was getting to that point.
Yeah.
And I let it go past that point because I let it boil over.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, I've got to say something now. So I just said something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out in a bad way.
Have you met anyone like after getting like TV exposure? I'm sure you would have had like so many invites to like events and this and that, traveling, all that stuff. Who would you say that you've met is the most famous person? I don't know if you like these questions, but I want to know.
I don't really
you
like
don't
these
like
questions.
them, innit?
I don't really
I know
like
you
these
don't,
questions.
but I want to know.
I don't know. It depends.
I don't know, movie stars or something.
Okay.
Because surely you must have got invited to events and stuff like that, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you're smiling at me like it's a big name. And you're not, by the way, when you're saying this answer, I know you're not saying it to, I'm asking.
no, like you're asking, like I wouldn't usually just bring it up.
I know.
So I've met will.i.am.
Shut up. That's sick.
He's a really cool guy. I've met Michael B. Jordan.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's sick, bruv.
Yeah. I've
That's
met
cool.
Jamie Foxx.
No, hold on. Get out. Get out.
Wait, I'm saving the best to last.
Oh, shit. All right, go on.
Margot Robbie.
What? Nah.
Yeah.
Swear.
Yeah.
Bruv.
I met her at the Birds of Prey launch.
Bruv, I love her.
Yeah, so do I. I think I told her I love her as well.
Did you?
I think I did.
Why are you chatting to my woman like that, bro?
She introduced me to her husband and she broke my heart.
Oh, did you say that? You should have.
I think I did. I think
I
I was
bet
like,
so many people say that to her.
God.
I bet so many people say that to her.
But no, she's really nice. She's actually so down to earth.
Aussie, innit?
Yeah. We went to where did we go? So went to the after party of Birds of Prey. There was me, Jordan, and Lucy at the start, and then we didn't really know where the next party was because people were like, "Oh yeah, come to this party," and we were like, "Oh yeah, cool," but no one gave us an address.
Okay.
So I was like, they were just being nice, innit? They were just telling us to come, but they weren't telling us the address. So let's just go home. So we all went back to ours. This is when we was living in Islington.
Yeah.
And then EL texted me and was like, yo, check your Insta DMs. I was like, why? He was like, one of Margot's friends has sent you a message. I was like, what?
Hold on, Margot Robbie, yeah?
Yeah.
So casual, Margaret, first name basis, calm.
And I was like, all right, scrolling through my requests and I seen it and I was thinking, I remember the name and I looked at it and I was like, I know that guy. I've seen him before. And it was just a video message. So I was thinking, oh,
yeah.
Open the video. It was Margot Robbie.
Shut up.
Being like, come to the after party.
Oh, that's
and I was
so
like,
sick.
what? Yeah, so I was like, wow, this is mad. So I was like, nah, this isn't real. I was like, this is not real. Like, bear in mind, I got in, I'd taken my clothes off. I was like, just chilling in my boxes, like eating Dominoes.
Yeah.
And I jumped up, ran over to Jordan and was like, yo, look at this. Tell me that this is real. Tell me I'm seeing this right now.
Yeah.
And he looked at me, he was like, what?
No way, that is fucking sick.
I went, we need to go right now. He was like, what? I was like, we need to go right now. He was like, yeah. We all got dressed again. Chris comes down the stairs in his boxers. I was like, are you coming? I went, the answer better be yes. He was like, where are we going? And I just showed him the video. And he went, have I got time to get a shower? I went, no.
Mate, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool. Because like, you know what? I think people do get weird about like name dropping and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I hate it. I don't like doing it.
Yeah.
I don't really like telling them stories. I tell it to my family and that.
But I think you only would say that is because, you know, most people would misunderstand that.
Mm-hmm.
When really, it's so cool to be able to like, whatever you do, accomplish something or get to a point in your life where someone kind of recognizes you for whatever you've done and to be like, hey, come and hang out. And it doesn't matter whatever you've done. The only reason that person has gone out their way, someone like her, going into messages, finding your Insta, whatever, DMing you a video telling you to come is because she would have seen like good energy, a good person or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? To invite you to that.
Yeah.
And I think those are like one of those moments in your life where you're like, this is something cool to tell your kids or something.
Yeah,
right,
100%.
in the future. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I live for those moments. Like, it's those experiences, being spontaneous and doing mad things instead of like everyday things.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of that, bruv.
Do you know what? Things like that, when things like that happen, I tend to try and like, I just want to be me, and I don't like, you know, when you meet people like that and you want to get a picture with them. Me, I'm like, I just want to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I think the only person I ended up getting a picture with was Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
I didn't get a picture with the rest.
But is that because she made you feel comfortable enough to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to the rest, but it was just like, I mean, I was sat next to the rest of them, and it was just like, we was talking and stuff, but it was just like, that kind of environment we were in, it wasn't right to ask for a picture.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
So I was just like, at least I know this has happened. Like, this is a good moment for me. I've had a good conversation with each of them. But the Margot thing was like, I can actually get a picture and I can remember it and be like, there we go. I've got that memory forever. Even though like I've still got other memories of like the event and stuff like that. That memory's right there. I can look at it. And right next to my bed, I've got one of those Alexas with, you know, the screen.
Yeah.
And it pops up every now and again on the picture. And I'm just like, hey.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Like, oh, look at that. That's me.
Do you, and the mad thing is, if she saw you, she'd remember you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I obviously don't know her, but I feel like she would be that sort of person.
No, yeah. I was speaking to her and her best friend, and they were like, oh, if you ever come out to LA, like, let us know and we'll show you around. I was like, 100%, I'm coming.
That's sick. That's
like,
wicked.
we'll go get dinner and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, cool.
Is she that beautiful in real life?
100%, yeah.
Fuck. I wish you said no.
No, she is. Bro, she is.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, I was looking at it and I was lost for. I'm not one guy to get lost for words, but when I met her on the red carpet, like she seen me and I seen her, and my mouth.
Did she watch the show?
She did, yeah.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah, my mouth opened, kind of like this, as I was trying to say something, and no words were coming out, and like
Really?
she didn't say nothing, and I didn't say nothing, and I'm like. I was like, hi. felt like a kid. I was like, why can't I speak? My brain was being like, Michael, say something.
Yeah.
Like, say something. And then, yeah. But no, it was cool.
That's
She's
cool.
a very, very, very cool individual.
What, that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what, like, I think going to those sort of events, I've been to a few, not to one like that, not yet.
It's coming though.
It's coming. But like, when you meet people like that, it makes you like happy. Like last year, 2 years ago, went to the NFL, met Tyson Fury there.
Yeah. Good guy, Tyson, isn't he?
I was so worried about meeting him.
Why?
Because I was like, I saw him and I was like, Alima, we need to go say like hello.
Mm-hmm.
And I was worried. I was like, please don't be a prick. Please don't be that. Please.
He's the furthest thing from it.
I met him and I was buzzing. I felt like a kid. He's so big, bro.
Yeah, he is.
I was looking up. I was like, oh my days. I'm so like happy that he was a nice guy.
Yeah. Such a nice guy, isn't he?
Such a nice guy.
He's so big and like, you look at him and you think, wow, he's massive. Quite intimidating, but like, he's so friendly.
Mate, you know what it was? It was when he shook my hand and he gave me full fucking eye contact. And I was like, rah, this guy's like paid attention to this moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important. Because there was a lot of Chelsea footballers there as well. And I met a few of them and I felt like, I was like, I don't even chat to you, bruv, because you're just not there. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But with him, I was like, sick guy. I was like, I'm so happy that this happened. Because it's in a weird way, it almost motivates you as an individual to be like a better person.
Yeah. Like, no matter how far you come, like, just still be a good person.
Yeah.
I think people like lose themselves a little bit. Like, they forget where they came from.
They do. You would have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's a shame, really, like, for you to forget and turn into a bit of a prick.
Because that's what made you.
Because, yeah, like, you don't shit on people just because, like, you now make a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Or you've got a little bit more status. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's just, you still got to be a nice person.
I think that really is down to your upbringing.
Mm.
Like, it has to be. Like, with your brothers and sisters and your family, mine definitely check me if I step out of line.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And you need that.
They would. Like, I don't think I wouldn't ever do it anyway, because, like,
you've been raised well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even when even when like I first come off the show, like my mum and dad said they were proud of me.
Sick.
They were like, regardless of what happened, they were proud of me. So I was like, that's
I
all
don't
that
even know
matters.
what happened.
It's just a bit of drama. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. All right, cool.
But yeah, me family, some of my family came down for my birthday, and it was so nice to have them down. Like, I've not really seen them properly like that for like a year and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Like, properly seeing them to the like level of time I spent with them, a year and a half.
And
so it's hard.
Yeah. And I think, like, you know, sometimes like when you have stuff happening, you want to share it with like your loved ones, right? You do want to share it.
Mhm.
You want to be like, oh, I wish my boy saw this happen. Or I wish my mum saw this. Or I wish my dad saw this. It's hard to experience. It's hard to do that because you're so in the moment and you're so focused to like driving forward and moving forward that you can't fully experience it with them. But knowing that they're kind of always there for you, I think always grounds people like us. And in a way, like, I kind of understand when people do lose their self, there's a part of me that's like kind of angry when I see it. I'm like, bruv, like, have some respect for yourself. Yeah. But then in a weird way, I kind of understand as well. Maybe they weren't as fortunate enough as me or say you that's got like supportive family to ground these guys.
Yeah.
You know, have you ever had to check your boy in any way? Be like, yo, bro, chill.
Oh, in what, with like, I've checked some of the old boys.
Yeah.
There.
But anyone like in this scene or whatever?
In this scene. I mean, I've had to tell people to not lose the I've checked a few people actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, to be like, what are you doing? Like, I've actually told a few people, I've been like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you realise how fortunate you are.
Yeah.
Stop being a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be like that. You don't need to act that way.
Yeah.
Like, just relax.
Yeah.
Just be normal.
Yeah.
You're still just a person.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Just because you're well noticed doesn't mean you're any more of a person than anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
You still breathe the same air. You still get the same 24 hours.
You still bleed.
You still bleed.
Yeah.
You just are more fortunate.
Yeah. 100%. Because it is like, there's times where like I've been quite busy and I've like not complained about being busy, but like had moments where I'm like,
oh God, yeah, busy.
And then I'll stop and think and I'm like, Diren, you little pussy, like, come on, bruv.
Yeah.
You're like, you're literally living your best life.
Bro, do you know what? I'd do it myself. I'm like, I think, so what day's the date?
Tuesday.
12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saturday just gone was an unexpected day off for me. I actually had work in my calendar and don't know what happened, but it was gone. It wasn't there. It just got removed.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, have I got a day off? I was like, oh, good. So I haven't had a day off for like the past 10 weeks, like straight before having a half day off.
Okay.
But a full day off, I haven't had a full day off for like maybe three and a half months. So to have that Saturday unexpectedly dropped on me, I was like, what's going on? I think I texted my manager and was like, what's going on? Like, I've got work booked in today, but it's just disappeared. He was like, oh no, that's been moved. I was like, so I've got a day off. He was like, yeah. I was like, shit, what am I going to do myself? And I was thinking like, oh, I'm really busy, and I started complaining to myself. And then I was like, Michael, you've just been given a day off.
Yeah.
Have a day off.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with it. So
Same.
I'm like, what do I actually do with myself? But I think But
it's hard to chill.
It's hard to chill.
It's hard to chill.
Yeah. I think I ended up doing a bit of work just because obviously I do an NFL show with MTV.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I think I just started doing a bit of work on what was coming up next week. So, well, this week now. I think I just did a little bit of work on that. But this
Are you going to be there on Sunday?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, sick. I'm there.
Okay, cool.
I'm there. Alima's my +1.
Is it?
No, I'm joking. I'm his +1.
Ah.
I'm not really in that scene, not yet.
Is he going with Madden?
Who?
Is he going with Madden?
I don't know.
You know, Madden the game, NFL game.
Oh, I do now. No, I'm not too sure actually. I'm not sure because last year Well, he's been getting invites to, I think he's done like ads and stuff with him, so he's been getting invites quite a bit.
Yeah,
So,
is it EA that invited him, or is it
I actually don't know.
NFL UK?
I'm not sure.
Either way,
I think it's NFL. It'll be good.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
I was there Sunday, just gone.
How was it?
Sick.
Was it at the Tottenham Stadium?
Yeah.
Cheese, back to the ends.
60,000 in attendance.
Really?
65,000 tickets sold. 60,500 in attendance.
Were you on the field as well?
Dugout, yeah.
Oh, sick.
Bro, bad.
That's sick. That's what like
Right
we did
behind-
last time.
Right behind the Jets, we were.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Them guys are athletes, bruv.
Bro, they're
Even
massive.
the big guys,
Bro,
they can move.
I seen one guy's leg, yeah, and I swear down, his leg was like 4 of mine in a row. It was like that. I was like, imagine putting his leg on a barbecue. It'd feed like a full family of like 8.
And
It
they
was
can
huge.
shift. And they can shift.
Yeah.
Because you see some of these big guys, even like the
Just got a
fatter
bit of a
guys.
belly, yeah, but they move.
Team soft belly, innit?
You are team soft belly.
I am team soft belly.
You're not going to like change that up, are you?
The thing is, I can get lean if I want.
I know you can. But you
But-
just like being soft belly, innit?
The thing is, I've got to give other PTs a chance, big man.
Mm.
No, you know what? It's
Like I've covered the lean side, you're covering the soft side.
yeah.
Let them have the in
Let
between.
them have the in-between. But like I've always been like when I was a kid, I was a bit chubby.
Mhm. So was I.
Were you?
Yeah.
Really?
As a baby. As
Oh,
a baby,
okay.
I was like a little round baby.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like
yeah,
a little, you know,
waddling about.
yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
But I was a cool baby. I was drippy.
drippy.
Always been drippy since.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You are pretty drippy. I'm not gonna lie, bruv.
Drippy since day, yo.
That ASOS model thing, you got to teach me, innit? You got to teach me the hand cream movement.
Oh, I'll teach you hand cream. I don't even use that movement no more.
Yeah, that's so 2018.
It is. It is.
Because I was like kind of a like fat-ish kid. I almost had to kind of have a better understanding of like fitness stuff, which I think actually made me a better PT
Mhm.
and also more relatable to someone that I remember being kind of like chubby and walking down the aisle in a supermarket, looking at something and kind of like rubbing my stomach thinking, raw, can I have this or not? So I was in that mindset, right?
Yeah.
So that's why now I'm like fully happy with, I know I can shift. I know I can bang 10 kilometers running. I know I'm fit. I know I can spar for 10 rounds and I can choke motherfuckers out. So to me, now that is like
Yeah.
10 times better than being able to look really aesthetic. And also when I'm wearing budgie smugglers, bro, if I'm too lean, it don't look good. It don't-
Looks a bit
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah. If I had skinny legs and that, then cool, that would be a problem. You can't be moving like that. But I might towards the end of the year, I always kind of lean up a little bit, so I might drop a couple kegs.
you
in
might go to Dubai.
Yeah, I was actually quite lean when I made leanish.
Yeah.
Leanish.
You see, I kind of did something similar. Like I was a little bit of a chubby kid and didn't really like it. And then I started playing football and I went really, really slim. Like I was stick skinny. But like all I ate at that time was like cereal.
Okay.
But I was really good at football. And then I kind of fell in love with basketball. So that took over.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, still didn't even really get onto the whole training side of the thing until I became a PT. And
Yeah.
even then I was just like still very cautious of what I was eating and stuff like that. What not nutrition wise in a healthy way, but just in a I don't want to put any weight on kind of way. And it wasn't until I was just like, I need to actually gain a bit of mass to look a bit better. So I just wanted to have abs the whole time. And once I started gaining weight, I was like, I actually feel a lot better. And now actually, I got on stage for the first time in 2018 and competed.
I saw some of those pictures.
Yeah.
Lean guy, bruv.
Lean. Like I was 75 kilo on stage,
What are you now?
touching 90. I was like, yeah, 75 kilo on stage. I was like, you know what? I felt good. Felt depleted though. Taught me a lot getting on stage.
Yeah.
Like the deep, dark, scary secrets of being on a heavy prep and being very depleted
Yeah.
to then reverse dieting and coming back up and then not really doing it properly.
Did it play with your head at all?
100%.
Really?
100%.
Like feel like being forced to look away, certain way. Or?
It was not necessarily being forced to look a certain way. It wasn't none of that. It was just more, I was very critical of my own body
Okay.
in the sense of I know how I needed to look in order to win, but it wasn't affecting me that way in how I look at myself. Like I can look at myself now and I know I'm not as lean as I was on stage and I'm fine with that. But it was more my relationship with food that it affected. Because like it got to the point where I hated eating. Eating was a chore.
Really?
Yeah. Like it would
And
be.
were you eating clean?
I was eating very clean.
Oh fuck! No wonder it was a chore.
And it was a chore. It got that bad that I was struggling to eat. Like even though I was hungry and I needed to eat, it was that boring. I was struggling to do it. So I was getting like I was cooking all my food in the morning. I was getting my meal, and I was putting it in a blender, and I was pouring water in it
just to get it down,
just to drink it. Because I was like, I don't want to sit here for 40 minutes and eat this food when I can drink it in 5.
Yeah.
So I was just throwing the drink in me. I'm just like, yeah, there you go. And people were like, oh, you shouldn't blend your food. Shut up.
Yeah.
It's the same meal. It's just got water in it.
Especially when you're in that headspace, you're like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me right now. Yeah.
And people were like, oh, your food can't be that bad. Can I taste some? No, you can't. I've weighed all of this. No, you can't.
Yeah.
If you wanted some, ask me the day before and I'll make you a box. But no, don't ask for my fucking food.
Yeah.
This is what I need to do to look a certain way. And I'm doing it because I want to do it. But right now, I'm not in the fucking mood.
Yeah. And it's easy to get into that headspace when you're in that. What would you say? What would you say your purpose is?
To help people.
Okay.
I've always wanted to help people. Like physically, mentally, and emotionally help people.
Okay.
Like I recently done a course on exercise coaching, mental health as well.
Nice.
So I can just help a little bit more. But I don't really go into what I'm planning future-wise, but I've got plans in order to help the homeless, help the less fortunate. And I want to...
Why don't I see this on your socials, bro?
Because I don't put it everywhere. I don't feel like everybody needs to know everything about you. And I don't feel like I can put this out there and gain a bit of like, oh my God, he's such a nice guy. But you know, I don't need that. I don't need people to think I'm a nice guy to know I'm a nice guy. Like,
I hear you.
In all honesty, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
I'll do my bits in the dark, and then when people find out, they'll be like, "Oh, you did that," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I did." But I don't need to tell.
I know that's what's going to happen with this. I know that's going to happen. But don't you think if you did do that more, and if the goal is to help more people, I think if more people see that, I think you're going to end up helping more people for that reason.
But where I'm at now and what I'm doing currently,
you want to focus on that.
I'm focusing on that.
Okay.
So the helping the homeless bit is a down the line thing because it has a lot to do with what I'm doing in property.
Is there a reason that you want to help the homeless? Is there a specific reason?
There's not a specific reason. I just feel like people overlook homeless people a lot. Okay. And you never really know why a certain person's homeless, and nobody really stops and gives them any time. And I won't even lie, like I've been that person before where I've just been like, I don't have time to talk to you.
Yeah.
But I found myself more and more, like if a homeless person stops me, I'll have a conversation with them. Even if I'm in a rush, then I'll have a short conversation. But if I've got time, I'll have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
And like see who they are, and like how they ended up on the street. Or even sometimes I won't even ask them how they ended up on the street. I'll just ask them how the day is.
Yeah. Get
them some food.
Yeah.
And be like,
it's probably the most thing that they lack is human connection.
Mm-hmm. Some of them, like people, I've seen them say to people, oh no, I don't want any food. And sometimes they just want to talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
bit of attention. Yeah. We all want attention. Yeah. Like we all want that attention. Social.
Sometimes they want to use it for drugs, but they just want you for money and shit like that. But
when that happens, I usually this last time in Australia, I knew that was the case, and I went and put like this person's always in front of a 7-Eleven there. I went and put like $50 behind the till, and I was like, I'll put $50 behind the till for you. You can use it for food and drink, but no alcohol and cigarettes, just so you know. They actually got a bit pissed off. I was like, food and drinks there for you.
Yeah.
But they know you can't have cigarettes.
Yeah. No, I've offered to buy someone food before and they've been like, I don't want any fucking food. And I've been like, all right, cool. Like, what do you want? A drink. I was like, all right, cool. I'll get you a drink then.
Yeah.
Got them a Lucozade.
Yeah.
And he
Weren't happy.
was pissed. Fucking pissed. He
He's
was so
taking the piss.
pissed. He was so pissed off. He was like, I said I wanted a drink. I was like, that's a drink, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you drink that shit. I was like, you're welcome. That's what you're looking for. Thank you.
Is there anything that you fear?
Anything I fear?
Has anyone asked you
I
that?
mean, yeah. I'm scared of heights.
Are you?
I'm scared of heights.
I'm not great with heights either.
I'm scared of heights. But also like
But like with life, like
With
with
life.
what you're doing, growing up.
I don't want to like, I always work a lot so I don't fall off.
Okay.
And I feel like,
Do you fear that that's gonna go?
no, because I constantly work.
Cool.
So I don't fear it's going to go, but there's always the possibility. But now I'll put myself in a position where,
You keep yourself on your toes.
yeah,
Yeah.
put myself in a position where like, even if one thing goes, I've got another business there.
Nice.
And then I've got another business there. I think I don't know. It's a hard question, like asking
It
you what
is.
you're scared of, because I'm scared of a lot of things.
Yeah. I feel you. Because I think one of the hardest things is like people like us, I guess, or a man or whatever you want to fucking call it, is like kind of being vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm scared of opening up.
Yeah. Do you
And I know that, and like I'll openly admit that I'm a very closed off person when it comes to me emotions. I'm talking about how I feel and stuff like that. Like I don't do it.
but don't you think like every time someone, and I'm like that with especially certain topics.
I'm like that with ask me how I feel in a certain situation about like a relationship or whatever. I have no emotion. Someone who's close to me passes away, I won't show any emotion.
Okay.
I just like, I think it started when I was like 16 or something. My auntie died, and that was the last time I cried.
Really?
And then obviously I've cried since then,
Yeah, yeah.
but I cried on TV,
Did
and
you?
that shit pissed me off.
Where?
It was
On the show?
On the show, yeah.
What was it about? I don't know.
It was just, I just got upset. And I don't know. I used to be one of those kids that would cry when he was angry.
Okay.
And then once my auntie died and I stopped crying, I didn't cry ever.
Yeah.
And then when that happened, and it happened on TV,
Yeah.
I was so pissed off at myself. I was like, how are you going to cry on TV? I was like, you haven't cried for like,
But I don't think there's
nearly 10
anything wrong.
years.
I don't
I
think
don't think there's anything wrong
with
with, I don't think there's anything wrong with crying. Like since then, I cried on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Just seeing my family again.
Happiness. Yeah.
Yeah. Just happiness, seeing
Good.
my family and stuff. And I was like,
Isn't it weird? You feel a sense of fucking relief when you cry.
mm.
I've cried.
I was stood in my bedroom with my brother and my sister.
Yeah.
I was hugging my mum. That's what I was doing. I was hugging my mum, and then I could feel myself like getting all hot. And I was thinking, what's going on? So I was like, I'm just gonna go and like move myself from this area, because we was having a bit of a party in ours. And I went upstairs. My brother followed me up because I was giving my brother a pair of trainers. I said, just pick whatever trainers you want, take them. And then I was giving my sister some perfume. I gave both my sisters some perfume and my brother a pair of trainers. And then, I don't know, it just hit me. And I was stood in my bedroom and we was all talking and I started crying.
Probably proud of yourself, bro.
I was just, like, they were like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I miss you all.
Yeah. I
haven't seen you in ages, so like properly, I miss you all.
Yeah.
I
think it is hard, like, especially when people don't, it's hard to show that side of you, especially out in the open. But I also think it's hard to show that in front of people, and showing that side is because the right people don't ask the right questions or know when to fucking ask them. I think that's so important. And I realize that more as I get older. When you sit down with a girl, guy, friends, family, it's like, you didn't pick the right time to ask me that.
Yeah.
You should be able to, if you want to see that side of me, I feel like you should I deserve you to be able to read when to ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest struggle with guys opening up. Because, like, I do my best to, when I'm asking someone a question or talking to them about them, that I try and make it about them, right? You're a guest on my podcast. It's not about me, it's about you, right? So And when I'm doing that with people in conversation, there's a time and a place and where you ask something, I think, to bring the best out of them, as well as kind of open them up in a way that they're comfortable, that makes them feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's so hard to be like kind of vulnerable with certain people, because you're worried that sometimes when someone says something to you, bro, you're like, are you trying to like get this vulnerable side out of me to make yourself feel better?
Yeah.
And I think in this like weird fucking Instagram celebrity, all this shit, I think there is a lot of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like weird, snaky, I want to see that side. So I know that I'm mentally stronger than you, or I know a bit of weakness in you.
Yeah.
You know?
See,
do you agree with that? Or?
No, yeah, I do. But I feel like when people, no one can actually get that out of me, because the only really thing that gets to me is your family.
Yeah.
So everything else is just like, you can't get to me.
Yeah.
But I do see a lot of people preying on the emotional side of things. And if you look at it, and you really look at it, it's like emotional manipulation.
Yeah.
People have tried it with me, and I see right through it, and I'm just like, okay. And I won't say nothing because I don't need to.
But you see it.
But I'll just distance myself from you.
Yeah.
Cool. You can try that. And I'll tell you you're going to try it, but you're not going to get it.
And you can tell when someone's being malicious about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they can tell.
They can't tell that you know that they've got an ulterior motive about it. Maybe they don't even know what they're doing.
That's what I think, though. This is what I think.
They don't even know what they're doing.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
They're doing it, but
so when you distance yourself, they
like,
don't understand why.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. And I'm like, to be fair, I don't have a problem like distancing myself from people.
Yeah.
Like at all.
That's good.
I'm good on my own. I can sit on my own for hours on end.
Yeah.
And do nothing if I needed to. If I just wanted, like, sometimes I'll get up at like 3 a.m. and just not be on my phone, but I'll just be awake for like 3 hours before I even touch my phone. I'll like maybe put some classical music on.
My man. Drop that Hans Zimmer, bruv.
Yeah. Put some classical music. I like piano instrumentals, really.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Calm you down.
I think I'm going to buy a piano.
Really?
Yeah.
Bruv, you should.
And I just got to put it at the bottom of my bed and just get some headphones and just play it early in the morning.
Bruv, I think stuff like that, like just creating stuff like that, being creative in that way, I think is so therapeutic to kind of do your best to shut off. Because I find it hard to shut off, which is why I meditate and shit.
Yeah, see, I find it hard to meditate. Like I tried it, and I was doing really well, to be fair. I could feel myself just like zoning out completely, going into like different worlds and stuff. I could see myself sitting on the floor in my office.
Yeah.
Because I used to just do it in my office, so it wasn't like same as my bedroom, do it in my office. I could see myself sitting on the floor, and I just felt like I wasn't actually in my own body. I could go anywhere.
When you're doing all that, like everything that you're doing today and who you are today, and do you feel like you visualize all those things when you were a kid?
Yeah, most of them, yeah. I feel like there's stuff, like I write down a list of goals at the beginning of the year, and I just work towards, I write them down and then I close the book.
Yeah.
And then I just work. But that's me putting out there what I want from this year or the next couple of years, because some of them were a little bit out there. But one of the ones that I thought was most out there, I've actually done. And I was like, I didn't expect that. But it's just like, I always visualize things now and then kind of get put on the right track in order to achieve that.
You take action from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
towards it.
Yeah. So even now with my fitness stuff, I'm not as far as I would want to be, but it's because I want it to be perfect.
But your mind's there, because we were talking about it last year.
Yeah.
I think we met probably around last year.
Yeah.
We were in Dubai.
Yeah.
You've been talking about it then, and you're slowly chipping away.
Yeah.
Like towards it.
Building my own website. But it's weird because when I was started speaking to you about it and I was telling you I was going to build the website's now been built. But alongside that, I've now come into contact with some other people in the fitness industry that are like, I'm building a second website.
Oh, sick.
For a set clientele,
Mm.
and then I'm joining up with another app
Okay.
to be a part of their fitness industry. So it's like from thinking about one fitness revenue income, I'll now have 3.
Yeah, sick.
And I'm like, just from putting that out there last year, even though it's been an idea of mine for years,
Yeah.
for speaking it into existence last year, it's now come like 3 times over.
Yeah.
And one of them's done. The other one's still on working, and the other one will be done probably by the end of the day. That the guy's messaging me about it now.
Sick. Amazing. I'm excited for you, bro. That's cool. And I think it's really important for like just people in general to like visualize what they want to do and kind of like every day remind themselves that and take action like towards it.
Yeah.
You know? So
I think a good way of looking at it is, it sounds very cliche, but when you get up in the morning, like, just take a minute to be thankful for what you've got.
100%, bro. 100. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's corny. I think
it's a bit cliche because like people say it and then no one does it. But like, I get up in the morning and I think about what I've actually got in life. Like, and it's not like where I'm at. It's more about I've still got a family. I've still got life. I've got freedom. Like, I can still call me mum. I can still call me dad whenever.
Yeah.
Like, I still have that power to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because some people don't have that privilege.
No.
Like, they've lost their parents and stuff. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I'm still alive. I'm thankful that I'm able to work. And then it's like, I try and not use my phone. That's why I wake up really early.
I think a lot of people are really unhappy because they don't do enough of that.
People forget, like, people are thankful for what they've got. Well, people are thankful for what they get.
Yeah.
But then they forget about what they've got.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them unhappy, because they're constantly changing and chasing the next thing to make them happy, when
appreciating what you got.
Appreciate what you've got.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that term of the grass may be greener on the other side, but the grass is actually greener where you water it.
Yeah.
Like,
just live in that moment. What you're doing.
Yeah. What you have is good enough if you actually pay attention to it, because that can develop into something bigger than you actually think. You don't have to be chasing the next thing.
No.
Like, it's hard to chase the next thing.
Yeah.
Because you've got to start all over again.
Yeah.
Again and again and again. And that's difficult.
It is.
Like, it's good to learn new things.
I think what's more difficult is being consistent with whatever you're doing and being patient with seeing where it's going to go. So people, instead of hustling hard with what they already have, like say the good qualities or whatever they've built there and then, they think jumping on to the next thing is going to be, that might blow up instantly.
Yeah.
Instead of going, I'm going to focus on that now, because I think they lack
discipline.
Yeah. Discipline.
It's because
that's all it is. Yeah.
People like hear the quote of, what is it? A jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Yeah.
They hear that and they think, oh, well, if I master one, then I'll be great. But like, people don't actually know that quote carries on. It's a jack of all trades, but a master of none is always better than a jack of all trades, but a master of none is always better than a master of one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. I didn't know that.
Because like, you can be really good at one thing and yeah, you're good. But if you have many skill traits, you can go into many different directions.
Yeah.
So like, you got to it's good keeping your options open and learning new things. But at the same time, don't get bogged down by things.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, learn this. Oh, I don't really like that. Don't be afraid to start again. Because I've only just learning property.
Yeah.
Like, that's all new to me. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Thrown into a world of property. I'm just like getting massive contracts thrown at me. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Oh, do I need a lawyer here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's good that I've got a team to help me with that.
That's how you grow. I think you need that.
People think that you got to do everything on your own. You don't.
Nah.
Like, you need people.
You need people that are better than you.
You need people
around you.
Yeah.
You know what? What actually not pisses me off, but I'm always like, you know, when people are like, I did it all on my own.
I've got self-made tattooed across my hands, but that is not about like where I'm at today.
Yeah.
Because I would never say I got to where I am on my own.
Yeah.
It's about who I am.
Yeah.
And what I went through. That's
very different. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is very different to
where I am.
Yeah. That's so different. That's a very valid point. Clip that. Clip that. That's a very valid point. I like that. You know what, bro? It's been great having you on. It's been a great conversation. And I'm so glad like I've seen this side of you more, because I don't think we've ever spoken like this.
No.
And it's been real good. Can you please tell people where they can find you? I'm sure they already know, but you tell them.
So you can find me on Instagram at Mac_Griffiths_. Same on Twitter and same on TikTok. But if you wanted to email me, my email address is mac_fitness@outlook.com. And that you can reach me there on any fitness inquiries, nutrition inquiries, and you can actually find out about what I'm going to be getting up to, because emails will be starting to come out as soon as the website is ready to go.
Boom. Man's been at IFS, he knows, cuz.
Start doing a bit of Diren.
Yes. Guys, appreciate you guys listening. Share this with all your friends, family, whatever. Hope you enjoyed. Peace and love. Take it easy. Love, take it easy.